and this stuff is called Red Tower Ginger. But you cannot eat the ginger on the bottom, and you can't eat the leaves. You can't even eat the red part. You can only eat the citrus like yellow part there that you're seeing. Right, little curled up flowers. The little yellow parts. They're not, you know, they're not really even like a bulb much. They're kind of like these curled up little flowers, and that's the part you eat, and it tastes like citrus. I've had a few of them before. So the bigger you let these little yellow bits grow, the less tart they seem to taste. The smaller ones seem to taste a bit more tart than the bigger ones. So you want to let them grow, let them get nice and big, and they taste a bit better like that. But, you know, pretty much the same, just a little bit less tart. Sorry, just a little bit more tart. So here is my new space, so everybody can stop worrying about me. I've had this white lion since I was born. I got that given at birth to me. And look, I did find 2 old rocks that I have from childhood. I didn't think I had any crystals, but I have 2. And yeah, there's my laptop. So I'm all fine. There's nothing but a tiny little balcony out there. So I'm going to put stairs there. My own bathroom, loving it. My own kitchen and a little bit of a lounge out there with the idiot box. And here's the spare room. No one's in here, so I've got this for, you know, extra spare space. And here's the beautiful sunset coming through the trees. There's that ultraviolet beam that follows me everywhere. And now you probably can't see in the backgrounds the mountain ranges. The trees do block it a lot, but I can just see over the other side of the valley. The camera won't pick it up because it's too crap. But nice view. And over that way I can see over the other side. Through there. Well, you can kind of make out the mountain range. Home amongst the gum trees. Look at this big gum tree. Big one. Here's the family of kookaburras. There's one. There's the other 2. They've come right at sunset. One just flew off. Even wake up and get my own wallaby. See him down there? Right in the middle of the frame. He's looking at us because he can hear us now. Ah, cool, you can see them too. 2 little rainbow lorikeets in this big gum tree here. Look how big this tree is. It's huge. Big one. So yeah, I just was going to talk a bit more, but where'd they go? There they are. 2 little lovebird rainbow lorikeets sitting there. They're pretty intelligent little things. Now they're listening to me. I can see them perking their head towards me. They've just been looking at me playing with my camera. So with the guavas, I'm not sure which ones they are, if they're the yellow guava or if they're the red guava because the inside's pink. I'll have a little look and get back onto about that. But yeah, so I ended up just stewing it for 5 minutes. and it makes it sweeter and breaks it down. And I also added brown sugar. Now with the guavas, I found you really want to, they're like the avocado, you want to leave them till just before they're about to fully rot away, and that's kind of when they're at their best, just like a passion fruit, and they sort of become less tart and sweeter, more sweet, less tart, and more runny. And so I just mix that in with my smoothie. Also on the Red Tower ginger, I'm going to that's what this video is basically on. That's the plant I'm shooting for, edible food plant I'm shooting for this video. So I'm going to research into that at the end of the video, as I usually do. But I will say, just in case there are no nutritional benefits of the Red Tower ginger, those yellow parts down there, those yellow parts are the only parts you can eat. Just in case there's no nutritional benefits, I will say that yesterday I had a bath, and I haven't had a bath for a long time, but I had a bath, and it was a bit of a detox bath. I did put a little bit of relaxation oil in there, and it was really quite hot. Anyway, the amount of toxins I released was amazing. It almost made me faint, because I was doing the microcosmic orbit meditation within the bath water. So while I was in there, I was doing the microcosmic orbit sort of styled meditations, clearing my spine and over the frontal functional channel. So I released a lot of toxins. I almost fainted. I had to get in and out of the bath about 3 times, drink some water. And the reason you drink the water is not just because the bath was hot, but it also clears the little calcites and all the other toxins that you're releasing. So a lot of toxins would have released out of my muscles, because I did a lot of walking yesterday, but also out of my spine and just all my other tissue, my lymph system, because I totally relaxed and was in that oily, it was coconut oil I had in there too, and some other relaxation oil, because I was in that oily water as well. And I'd done a lot of walking and drinking water that day, so my lymph system was really releasing a lot of toxins as well. So I almost fainted. Now what I wanted to say on that is, I remember hearing David Wolfe, the health guru, on the longevity panel talk about this sort of effect. He would get a faintish feeling, or he does get a faintish feeling after toxin releasing, and I'm pretty sure everyone else does too. So he was saying he gets a faintish feeling after he uses the gua sha, which is this little spoon-like thing that you sort of massage yourself with, and it releases toxins, and these little things called calcites as well, and they like to be in places like on your neck. If it hurts, they're there for sure. I remember him saying that. They like to get into the places where it hurts the host to get rid of them. And so he said, what's the best way to clear these little guys once you loosen them up? With the gua sha, or like I did yesterday with my microcosmic orbit bath. Well, the best way to clear them is with citrus, he said. So I was thinking, since those Red Tower gingers, those little yellow bulbs, are tasting like citrus, maybe you can use them in that way. So, you know, you clear out, you use your gua sha, or you do your meditation, and if you feel a little faint, maybe eat a couple of those, really chew them up, and you know, really get your spit and saliva going. And you want to get your golden light saliva. You know, if we know our microcosmic orbit, you get the golden light there once you come over the front of the head, from pulling in from the third eye, and then down into the palate of the mouth, you'll get the golden elixir. It's a golden saliva. And the monks, sometimes they'll swallow up to 1,000 times a day this, and that clears the lymph system. And so I was thinking you could maybe use these Red Tower ginger little yellow bulbs, which are citrus-like, in that way, if you had no citrus. Maybe it does the same thing, I don't know.
But anyway, there's some information for you. And yeah, I try to do this microcosmic every couple of days or so. I feel I need to do it. And if you don't know it, it's by Muntuk Chia. He instructs it on YouTube. And I recommend that you download using FreeMake or iLivid software. Download all of his videos, because his main microcosmic orbit series did get taken down due to copyright infringements. Some of the best movies I've seen on YouTube got taken down because of copyright infringements. I remember seeing a really good movie on evolution and all the anthropoids found, all of the monkeys and all the different types of hominidae found, and it was just a really eclectic video. But the same thing with that, because it was, you know, a little bit of copyright taking, you know, someone else's, I don't know, information or something and putting it in a larger body of work, that also got taken down. Now that was for the benefit of humanity, that video. Same with Muntuk Chia's microcosmic orbit series, that got taken down. And the same with one of my videos that got taken down, the $30 Bandit. These are for the benefit of humanity, and that's why I don't believe in copyright. In the future, you know, we're gonna get beyond money and all this sort of egotistical stuff, and we're gonna look just to better ourselves and humanity. Now, some of us, like me, we're already on that trip, and we're already ahead of time, and you know, that might not happen till the 24th century, like Star Trek stated. I remember last night I was watching a Star Trek episode where Captain Picard said kind of what I just said there. He said, yeah, in the 24th century we've evolved beyond money, and you know, we do things to better ourselves and humanity. So I encourage you to get on that trip and come up into the future, or download the future into the now. What else do I want to say? So yeah, we will have a look to see if there's any nutritional properties of this red tower ginger, those little yellow bulbs. I'll have a research, and I'll take you on a screencast on my screen using Screencast-O-Matic if I can find anything on its nutritional properties. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave you with what I've said here on the perhaps you can use them in the way that you would use citrus with clearing. After you gua sha, or you do a meditation and you feel a little faint and you need to wash yourself through with water and citrus because you've just released all these toxins, perhaps you can use this red tower ginger little yellow bulb because it's citrus-like. So, coming to you from North New South Wales, Australia, this is Benjamin Cowberg from ConsciousAzine.com. That's conscious, and then the end of magazine, ConsciousAzine.com. And yeah, I recommend everybody to live sort of, I remember Terence McKenna saying this, I think the ideal way is to live naked in nature as stewards of the land, you know, eclectic gardening, so you get all medicinal plants going, and rah rah rah, you're a steward of the land, a midwife of earth. You know, you live, you know, in a sparse sort of area with high-speed internet connection, and I really think that is the way to live, because it's going to be a really good way to quail the surface virus, which is the beast, largely anyway, the whole notion of the beast from the Bible. Well, I call it the surface virus, and to give you another inclination and more meaning. And you know, it's going to be a good way to quail the surface virus, to spread each other out, because you won't be on each other's minds, soul minds, as much. You won't be on each other's nervous systems nets as much. And then, you know, after a week or two of being here only, I really feel so much healed already. I was living in the urban sprawl, and right next, you know, box living. It's like living right next door to your neighbour, and that you can see on the documentary special, where I just was living with the White Witch and at the Spencer's house. So I really think this is the way to quail, one way to quail the surface virus, and we really do want to get rid of the surface virus because it seems largely a thing that sprung up out of the historical drop, or the drop into history as Terence McKenna used to call it, the fall into history he used to say. It's largely come out of this fall into history, and it's largely got to do with the ego. Do you get it? The surface virus. Your soul is not the ego surface virus, to help you understand. So I really think this way of living is much better, and you have clarity of soul-mind. That is, your light body is much more pronounceable, or pronounced, and I recommend everybody do it like this. Thank you guys. More videos coming soon. This is Benjamin Cauerberg from ConsciousZine.com. That's how bright the stars are. Okay. Yes, you are actually in the shower with Benjamin Cauerberg. Well, it is an underwater camera. So this is the morning view out of my new shower in the cabin here. And I just wanted to go over what I was saying yesterday. Because I know that there'll be people who will misunderstand what I've said or take it the wrong way, so I often like to clarify it. Firstly, yesterday what I was saying about using this red tower ginger, those yellow parts which are citrus-like in taste, and what I was saying about using them as a replacement for citrus when clearing your lymph system and swallowing and putting enzymes around your lymph and doing the swallowing work after and creating the golden elixir in your mouth and doing the swallowing work after clearing toxins by either gua sha or another technique. What I meant was, you know, yes, obviously those little yellow parts on there are not going to be a replacement for citrus, and citrus is the best thing to clear out those little calcites like David Wolf was saying. And I'm not saying these are going to do the same job and clear the little calcites out the same. However, what I was getting at was a deeper current, as usual, and that deeper current was, well, for instance, just because I'm shooting the video on the red tower ginger, I thought and I wanted to mention that swallowing technique of clearing the lymph system and spreading good enzymes around. That's what you're doing when you're swallowing, you're spreading good enzymes, provided that you eat good things. Now, the deeper current that I was getting at was, indeed, those little yellow things, while they may not have all the benefits of citrus, exactly like a lemon or something, they're going to be better than, say, eating a lolly with refined sugar in it and then swallowing 1,000 times the refined sugar and non-enzymatic action around your lymph. So I was just saying, you know, you could use them, like how you use the citrus, but obviously it might not have the same effects. And I haven't researched into it yet, those little yellow things, you know, what are they containing, what are their nutritional properties, but obviously it's another thing to eat that's going to be better than, say, I don't know, half the other crap that people eat. So that's all I was saying. And so yeah, beautiful view here of the border ranges. I'm looking at Queensland now, like kind of looking towards Gold Coast, if you could see where I am now, and you can see the lights at night of Tweed Heads. And look how beautiful it is out here. I love it. So that's all I wanted to clarify, and I did just want to make a mention of the swallowing technique and the clearing of the lymph and the toxins. So that's why I mentioned it, because I wanted to. And it's my video. And so I was just up in there in the shower. There's the balcony from here. Oh, and I thought I'll show you these red tower ginger things up close. So this is the part we eat. Ooh, there's a little ant in there. So we eat this part and just snap it off. Take the red part off. And this is what we're eating. Well, yeah, it's definitely citrusy in flavour, at least. So let's have a research into these. And thank you for donating, Sherry Coates. Nice clear day today. You can see the mountain ranges, the border ranges over there. Beautiful. That's the border of South Queensland you're looking towards, and the border of South Queensland and North New South Wales, where I'm standing in. So remember everyone, do your 1,000 swallows a day like the monks. I'm definitely not up to 1,000. I think I do 100 or so. But yeah, so I think that red tower ginger, the red tower ginger is good for it because it brings saliva. It's got this like, I don't know, is it sweet? I don't know, this real sort of intense sweet sometimes, and it really makes your mouth water. And so then you would go into the Google Tech Talks meditation, which heals the middle nervous system, the ganglion, and the efferent nervous system, the outer capillary-like nerves, if you will, and the base nervous system, the spinal cord. So all three really. And that's the Google Tech Talks meditation I send everyone to on the Yoga Meditation Healing page in www.consciouszine.com. And if you want to find out more about what I was talking about with David Wolfe, either YouTube him or go to the Natural Nutritional Warriors page in Conscious Zine. And what else was there? Yeah, let's hope we can find some information on the enzymes in this red tower ginger here. I'd like to find out what's in there. Another beautiful morning coming from my new place here. And thanks for your donation, Sherry. And I hope you do follow up the links. I only know all that I know. Well, sorry, I only have assimilated all the information I've assimilated. We're not talking Gnostic here anymore. But we're talking about information assimilation from following up links and not being lazy and actually going where people recommend and you know, actually reading and stuff. So I recommend you go look at those pages because there's a lot on there. So that's the Natural Nutritional Warriors page and the Yoga Meditation Healing page. And of course this video is part of the Your Natural Paradise page in consciouszine.com. Thanks guys, and I hope you learned something from that. Oh, and yeah, while I do the Google Tech Talks meditation, I always mix it with the Microcosmic Orbit. Now, unfortunately, Mantak Chia's videos have been taken down. The he had, you know, visualized. It was all made properly, and he had visuals and stuff to explain what he was talking about. About, you know, the top of the crown. The violet beam connecting with the North Star, and then the triple infrared beam connecting with the Big Dipper. He had visuals and stuff of all this. But that video got taken down, the Microcosmic Orbit 26 videos. Now all he has, which I've downloaded with FreeMake, which is kind of like iLivid. You download stuff directly from URLs like YouTube so that you keep movies. I've downloaded what he's got left, which are like one YouTube video saying review of the microcosmic orbit points. I'm pretty sure it gives you a review of the, you know, the T11, the T7 up the spine and so on and so forth. And you can have a look at Cheryl Thomas's $30 Bandit video where I found a chiropractic picture, and I was saying in that video how I walked past a store during that day in Robina at Gold Coast, and I saw a picture on the chiropractic wall, and it was really good because it explained how each node on the back, each spinal node, like the T11 for instance or whatever, is associated with like something, say like a sore sinus, or I don't know, it was associated with lots of different stuff. Everything from a cold to like more serious things, so that's a good one to check that video as well. Cheryl Thomas's on antioxidation, and also a little bit on chiropractics, I guess. Okay, so I hope you learned and enjoyed something, and I hope you visit those pages for your benefit. I don't really care about the views, I just put it up there so that I have the information to go back over for my own health. So it's not really just about views for me. A lot of people do things for views and likes. I don't really give a fuck because it's there for me to go back over, and you guys may as well take advantage of that as well. So thanks guys.
Look at these two little rainbow lorikeets sitting there right in the middle of the frame, just in the end of that broken off branch. I can't zoom any further. Sorry, Mozzie. Oh, they're so cute, sitting next to each other. They're very aware. You can see they don't move all erratically and stuff, and they're definitely clued on, and now they're listening to me. They're actually looking at me like a person and listening from a distance. They know it, yeah. What, it looks like the female said to the male, oh yeah, he's talking about us. It's very interesting. So animals, just like humans, are sense-stored electrical waves. So they have the ability to emote, obviously, and evolve, think, so to speak. It's all electrical, sense-stored electrical wave activity.
Hello everyone. So on my last video, some people requested to see me, and so here I am. They said turn the camera back on you sometimes, and you know, it's just because I'm shooting with this little thing here, and it's just a little crappy underwater camera, so I don't often turn it back onto myself. But here I am. Bye guys.
Alright guys, we're just on the members notes back page to the Your Natural Paradise page, and this is where I put the research that I've just done on many plants, but also the red tower ginger. And apparently it's not called this. So as you can see here, it says, you know, 13-inch tall deep red inflorescent with large yellow flowers. I couldn't find any info on the enzymatic action of the flowers or the nutritional benefits of it, the edible yellow parts. You know, when I typed in health benefits of red tower ginger, just normal ginger came up, and yeah, I couldn't find anything. So some soil pH requirements here, and some guy off this forum here is saying that it's really called this, Costus commosis, not barbatus. So anyway, yeah, so I couldn't find anything much. Just remember, you only eat the yellow parts. It grows well in temperate climates, it says too, I found out, and it likes pH soil of acidic, slightly acidic there. And yeah, sorry I couldn't find anything on it, but any nutritional info on it, but you might be able to if you have a Google. You never know. So thanks again for donating, Sherry. And I hope everyone has enjoyed this installment of the $30 Bandit Food Plant Teaching Series.